It's time for the financial report. Bo Polny. Bo, how are you?
I am well. Thanks, Pastor Dave. Lots going on, as we always say. And I know at this point, this morning I put a little extra work into looking at the overall picture of the markets. And so I wanted to show you and your viewers, like the bigger picture of what's going on, because that's important to understand. If your staff could be so kind and pop up the slides. The main issue that I've always addressed here is the money printing, okay? We've talked over and over again, and the financial system, when you create something out of thin air, it's still nothing, okay? And so all of the financial problems that America is under, and the world particularly, all stems back to the 1970s when Nixon took us off the gold standard. When you look at the chart here, in the 70s, again, I've said this before, I'm going to keep harping on this because we are in the 6 zeros. Now, as of this present moment in time, we're at 15 zeros, which is quadrillions of dollars, okay? So when everybody's talking about money, understand the money that they're speaking about, it's not money. This is important to understand. It's digits that were created out of thin air. You got to understand that because in the 70s, if you were a millionaire, you were, the top of the financials. Now a millionaire, your most homes or $500,000 to $1 million in the United States, okay? So we're about to go through a moment in time where it's going to be the greatest shift in financial history. And those who are positioned for what's about to happen, it's going to be truly historic. And so Pastor Dave, myself, we've been doing podcasts to educate people about the financial system because it truly is money creation out of thin air. And again, when you look at this simple, anybody can scan that QR code, but in essence, the top 25 nations of the world, there's $110.9 trillion has been created out of thin air that never existed 50 years. Let that sink in. Next slide. So why is it important to own precious metals? Very simple. Okay, so when you look at this chart here, this is a chart going back to 1980. Okay, so in the 70s and the 80s, remember, we only had 6 to 9 digits back then. Okay, now that was money supply. So silver ran up to $48 in 1980. When you look at this channel, at Christmas time, it broke through the black dashed line, which is critical because now there is nothing stopping it from getting to $120. This is important because now it's on a breakout, okay? The next resistant level is $121, and I'm telling you it's going to go through that, and it's going to go all the way to at least $140, and then it could pause, and then it's going to go higher. So this is a chart literally going back 45 years on silver. And when you look at the channels, you don't need to be a rocket scientist to understand this, okay? It's very simple. I drew the channels up to show the viewers that it literally is indicating that we're right now as we speak, silver's I think $91.50. Okay, so it's above 90. And why that's important is because again, it broke through the 90 level, so that $88 to 90 is now like a support zone. So imagine if you look up right now and you look at the ceiling, you're seeing a roof. It's going to take that out at $80, $90. Now it's going to go to 100. So next slide, this is important in reference to the U.S. dollar. And the U.S. dollar since January 1st of 2025, silver is up over 260% above the U.S. dollar. It's outperformed the U.S. dollar 260%. Next slide. This is important too because silver has outperformed gold by 100% since April of last year. And last slide, and this is the crux of what's about to happen. The Federal Reserve Open Market Meeting Committee, which is next week. Fasten your seatbelts. They're in a major pickle, and shortly thereafter, we're going to see silver blow through $100, and it's coming this month.
Wow. Wow. Exciting times. We haven't seen the end of this silver. We knew it was coming for a long time, Bo. Now it's finally here. Thank you for that report and update.
God bless.
More to come. God bless.